What's going on, folks? It's time for another weekly Ravens pre-talk show. My name is Dom. You know who that guy is because it says it on the little name tag thing there. That's Gonz. Welcome back to another episode of Dom and Gonz Sports Talk. Ravens Texans at M&T Bank Stadium tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. The Ravens are battling a lot going into this game. 1-3 start. Defensive struggles. I mean, the narratives and the storylines go on and on and on. We're going to sit here and tell you guys our keys to the game as usual and what the Ravens need to do to succeed in order to come out with a win and go to 2-3. Gonz, how you doing on the Saturday night?
Yeah, doing pretty well, thanks. I'm ready to talk about this game. We start a 3-game homestand now with a bye week sandwich in between. So time to get back in it, hopefully. So we'll see what this team could do. I don't know if you saw any of the college games today. There were upsets everywhere.
A lot of upsets today. That's the beauty of football, though, right?
Yeah, so let's not have any of those tomorrow. Actually, the Ravens aren't. I don't think the Ravens are favored.
Ravens are underdogs in this game.
No, I'm not surprised. They really have no faith in this defense. So
they aren't the only ones. But going into but as we mentioned, the Ravens are battling a lot, and one of those a lots being injuries. The Ravens are just plastered with injuries after these past couple of weeks. You already know about Matabike being out for the year, but even then, we have some guys out for tomorrow afternoon. So Gonz is going to give you his usual Gonz talk with the injury report. Gonz, let him have it. Who's in, who's out?
All right. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, if you haven't seen this if this is your first time looking at it, I mean, it looks like
this injury report looks like a Walgreens receipt. That's how bad it is.
A Walgreens receipt, Santa Claus's Christmas list. I mean, whatever. It looks terrible. Pretty much is what I'm saying. And it's just kind of depressing to see. We're only in week 5, and this is like just a complete, like you said, Walmart receipt laundry list, Santa Claus's present list, nice list of the children of the world. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, I don't know how this is happening, but it feels like 2015 all over again. It really does, with just mountains of injuries. So let's see if we can right the ship here with some of this, because it's not looking good. But we did have some good news today, and we'll get to that in a second. All right, let's just start. How about that? I mean, first we see Chidobe Awuzie. I mean, that's one of our starting corners who got a lot of playing time last week against the Chiefs. Did not look good, though. But in his defense, nobody really did. He's out with a hamstring. Kyle Hamilton dealing with a groin, tweaked it in practice after injuring himself a little bit in the Chiefs game. And he is downgraded to questionable this week. I'm not sure if he's going to play. I would not force him on the field. I think you need him for the long run, big time. So if he's not ready to go, don't let him go out there. We'll figure it out. I guess we'll have to ride with one of our younger guys, Sanusi Kane's out there, Keon Martin, one of those guys, to see who can fill in the gap next to Starks. Marlon Humphrey, no surprise here, calf out. Jackson, in case you didn't know, he is going to be out for this game. There was a little bit of hope from Rappaport this week saying that he's a chance to play, but nobody in this Ravens fan base thought he was going to play, and I don't think this was a surprise at all. We need him for the long run, honestly. I really don't think personally he'll be back until after the bye week. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky and he'll be back next week, but I just don't think so. Emory Jones, actually, full practice participant, but he's still going to be held out of game action. He's still got to get readjusted. He's got to get adjusted to the NFL. I mean, this is like his first real week of practice as an NFL player. I mean, he's been hurt ever since we got drafted, or he got drafted. So he's got to take it all in, give him some time. But we really could use the reinforcements on this offensive line. So hopefully he can round into form and get a shot eventually. Travis Jones, not a problem. He'll be back. He was fully practicing on Friday, so that's really good. Linderbaum was on the injury report on Wednesday, so people were getting a little nervous. He'll be all right. He'll be here. Owe got poked in the eye or something really bad during practice, I believe. Did not practice, questionable for the game. I don't know what's going on. It must be pretty serious. I mean, I've gotten poked in the eye. You've gotten poked in the eye. We've all got poked in the eye before and been all right. So this must be kind of bad if it's listed as an injury and he's not even practicing because of it. So I don't know what the story is behind it there. So we'll see. Ricard, still not practicing. It's not looking good for Ricard. I mean, this is now the 5th week he's not practicing. What is it? Torn? Is it an ACL? Is it something with the ACL? His Achilles tendon, maybe, or not ACL? A tendon.
I mean, he hasn't practiced.
No,
he hasn't practiced.
I misspoke. Not ACL. That's knee. I'm dumb. Achilles. That's what I feel like it is. I mean, down there in that calf area with the Achilles tendon, it's not looking good. It's
he
more
hasn't
than
practiced in weeks, and we haven't gotten a single update on him. So I don't know. It's been worrisome for a while now.
Toughest guy, one of the toughest guys on this team. Like, I mean, in the trenches, you can basically call him an offensive lineman at fullback because that's just what he does, and he loves doing it too. And he's just not out here still. I hope he doesn't go on IR. I can't believe he's not on IR. He could have been placed on IR and been back by then, because it's week 5 now. Who else? Let's keep going down this laundry list. Roquan Smith, no shocker there. Ronnie Stanley, ankle, he aggravated it in that Chiefs game. Questionable. He looks pretty bad though. There was a clip of him doing drills. I mean, it's a big yikes. He's not really moving, putting too much weight on it. There's a noticeable limp. I would probably hold him out again personally. So it's looking like it's going to be Notebroom again at left tackle. And then we've got a few more positive notes here at the end. So thank goodness for this. I saved the best for the last. Brent Urban is fine. He had a finger injury. Kyle Van Noy is ready to come back. So that's big. That's very big because this pass rush has done little to nothing ever since he left. So maybe he could generate a spark or two because he did get a little bit after Allen a couple times, maybe once or twice in that week 1 game. So we'd love it if you want to do it again because we sure as hell need it. Devontae Walker, questionable here with an oblique, fully practicing Friday, but not sure why he's listed as questionable. Usually that would mean he's fine. So that's kind of strange to me. And then the best news probably of the week is Nate Wiggins is okay. Looked bad in the Chiefs game with that arm injury. Looked like I was nervous that it was a broken arm. It looked like a broken bicep or not broken forearm here. Or whatever this is called, back by the elbow. I don't know. I can't speak today. It looked bad, pretty much. It really looked bad. And y'all know what I'm talking about too, Ravens fans. I know y'all were holding your breath because holding his arm, it looked like whatever Khalil Mack did. That's what it looked. That's how bad it looked. But thankfully he's back and he's ready to play. So one of our top corners is back for this game. So that's a wonderful thing to see. And yeah, honestly, looking at the Texans, there's really not much of note here. I mean, Nico Collins is good. Derek Stingley is good. I'm not sure. Is Danico Autry a starter? That name does stand out to me, and he is out for the game after injury in his knee or something. Maybe.
I want to say that's their starting defensive tackle, but I'm not entirely sure.
Maybe. So attack the middle of the field because we all know they got Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter over there. So we'll break that down a little bit. But, yeah, laundry list for the Ravens. A few bright spots at the end. Anything that I missed? Anything standing out to you, or what do you think? What do you think?
I think you're hitting it on the nose. Our corner depth takes a huge hit here without Chidobe and Marlowe. Nate coming back is a great thing. Of course, like you said, that elbow injury looked very, very scary last week. But to see him be able to bounce back and probably play in this game is going to be huge. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. That's a lot to overcome on Sunday. But I think you hit everything on the nose here as far as this injury report is concerned. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of this game, folks. Me and Gonz did a little bit of chatting earlier about this game. Really just what the Ravens need to do to just get to 2-3. Right, that's the main thing. Get to 2-3, and we're gonna start with this offense because I feel as though it's important to note that again we mentioned earlier Lamar Jackson is not playing in this game; he is out. Cooper Rush is next up with Snoop Huntley backing him up. Welcome back, Snoop. In this game, Gonz, I know we spoke on it earlier. quite really simple what this team needs to do to be successful. And I know we agreed a little bit on it earlier, is that we heard all week that Cooper Rush likes to get the ball out quick, right? That's been our main thing we've been hearing. He likes to get the ball out quick, likes to get the ball to the open receivers, things of that nature. Let's see this quick pass game that we should have saw last week in Kansas City, right? Let's try to get that going and simplify this game for Cooper. The run game will not be as unpredictable as it would be if Lamar was on the field. So you're going to want to get Derek going early, get him the ball as many times as possible. And I know a lot of people saw the reports earlier that Keaton Mitchell could be active for this game against the Texans. Utilizing Derek is going to be very, very important come tomorrow, right? You want to get your ball out of Cooper's hands and leave him unstressed so he does not make mistakes. I think you don't want to cost the game early by doing anything stupid, right? Get the ball out of his hands quick. Let's see some quick stuff, some slants, curls, drags, some screens. Keep the game simple on offense, right? Run game, make the run efficiently, and quick pass. I think that'll help keep the Texans at bay, but also it'll maybe give the defense some reprieve so they're not out there for long drives, right? Move the ball slowly but surely because you're probably not getting big plays. And who knows? If they want to prove me wrong and get big plays, we'll see what happens tomorrow. But you're probably not going to get, phone call. You're probably not going to get big plays in this game. You're probably not going to see the long 40-yard, 50-yard passes that we've seen from Lamar as of before. They're probably going to keep things simple, right? So it's very simple for me in this game because of the fact that we just need to win. That's all. We just need to win. So my keys are very, very simple. Run efficiently, quick pass game. I mean, that just simplify the game for Cooper.
Yeah, this is going to really be a test of strength. It really is, because you said it. They're going to be predictable running the ball. The Texans are probably going to know when we're running the ball for the most part, because of just, we have Cooper Rush back there. There's a level of, I don't know, Cooper. It's just a level of predictability that is going to be out on the field. I mean, that you can't be any more clear than that. Having no Lamar takes out an entire aspect of your running game. You don't know if he's going to fake it on a read option. You don't know any of that. So this offensive line is really going to have to get their crap together, and they're really going to have to pave the way for Henry, because this D line for Houston has been pretty good. They've gotten after the quarterback in the pass rush department. They haven't really gotten gashed too badly in the run. They get pitched a shutout last week against, granted it was Tennessee, but still shutout. A shutout is a shutout in the NFL, 26-0. Any more noises, Dom? Should I wait for you? Or no, I'm joking.
Sorry, emails.
So yeah, it's really going to be a test of strength. Is this O-line able to rise to the task? I don't know. And this could get ugly. Like, it might be a nasty game. So it's really, really important that this defense really shows up, because this offense might not get it going as well as you would expect it to. Yes, that they're going to be on, he's going to get rid of the ball fast, but so do the Texans too. I bet they've been watching all the film they can on him. He's going to get it out fast. They're going to bring the house. He's going to check it down. So how are we going to get Yak? That's something we need to really work on. I expect to see a lot of dump offs, a lot of screens. And again, that all comes down to the O-line. Are they going to get out there and block? Are we going to be able to make things happen in the block, downfield blocking for your wide receivers and tight ends too? Like, it's just so much stuff that you have to do. And you have to account for now with Lamar being out for the game, that you just honestly, I just can't. I don't know if I can expect a great game from this offense, to be honest. I really can't. So yeah, long drives. That was what I was going to say too. Run the ball more, get those longer drives, so you can keep that Texans offense off the field too, and let your defense rest. So then they can make those key stops if needed. because, the less chances they have on there, the better. I mean, because how bad we've been on defense recently. So you don't want to see them on the field more than they need to be. So honestly, keys to the game on offense. I'm going to just go ahead and just spoil this for you because I know Dom's probably going to give you his keys to the game on defense when we move there. Just get the damn W. I don't care what you do. You got to get it. I mean, this is where you really have to put your mind where you focus everything here on this game because you can't start 1-4. If you start 1-4, the season is just even that much steeper as an uphill climb. So offensively, I guess take care of the football and run the damn ball. That's pretty much it for real for me. Just scrap your way to victory because according to reports, LJ is coming back on the horizon. So we just got to survive. So defense, keep them off the field as much as you can by running the ball and don't turn the ball over. Cooper Rush, we just don't need you to throw for 5,000 yards. You just need to throw maybe for 150 or 200. Okay. Efficiency is key. Okay. And no fumbles and no interceptions to give the Texans a short field. So we'll see how this offense could do it. I feel like, backs against the wall. You got to scrap your way to victory here. Monken, you better call a good game. A safe. He's probably going to call a safe game. He's not going to call a bunch of stuff. And don't be afraid to just chuck it up one-on-one to Hopkins either. I know that I just said don't turn it over, but when you give a guy like that a chance, we've seen this year he can draw penalties. He can. So, be smart with your downfield shots. You don't have to get everything back in one play. But I think you should definitely try to, if when you do take your shots, is utilize DeAndre Hopkins on those one-on-one contested catches. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how Monken strategizes his game plan without Lamar. I mean, we really haven't seen Monken without him, right? Since we've acquired Monken. So it's going to be interesting to see what game plan he comes up with. I'm very sure, he's going to keep it safe for Cooper, just to get him, ease him in. Hopefully we see a lot of Henry. If Keaton's active, hopefully we see a decent amount of Keaton to give Henry some reprieve. But yeah, I mean, it's really just simple. Just keep the game simple for Cooper, and don't be afraid to dink and dunk, because I mean the dinks and dunks, they work when they're necessary. All right, let's get to this defense. I hate talking about this unit. I really do, because they make me cry. They make me cry every day that ends in Y, because they have not been that great. And I know the injuries happen, but fully healthy, they were also not that great. Listen, the Texans' O-line is not that stupendous, right? We see CJ has struggled partly because of that offensive line. I mean, this is the time for this defensive line to get angry. This is the time for them to show up and try to get some pressure on the quarterback. You have to be able to rattle CJ. Now, I know we've been able to do it the past couple of times. We played him, I mean, he hasn't really been able to get over the funk when it comes to us, but this is a new year. This is a new team that he's facing off against now, because this defensive side of the ball is decimated with injuries. At this point, this pass rush has to be elite in order for them to be successful on defense. There's no mistake about it, right? You have to be able to get CJ off rhythm, because that off rhythm, he'll make mistakes, and those mistakes you can try to capitalize on. That's like we had before. CJ's made mistakes against us before. I mean, we pitched really good defensive games against CJ, but will this Ravens pass rush be able to get to him tomorrow is the question. Also, with our DB core, I'm guessing Jair is going to be active tomorrow. I don't think we really have a choice in the matter that he's going to be active tomorrow, which I think is fine, because he's had time to rejuvenate. He's had time to get game ready. He's had time to, just get back to his old self. And you heard him earlier this week. He's spoken to reporters. He said he feels good. Like the time he's had to repair and get ready after week one, because he didn't have the best showing week one. He's just ready. and it's just good to hear him say that. It's good to hear him feel like he's back to his old self, because we're going to need him. Like, we just have to be honest. We're going to need him. Even when those guys come back, we're going to need him. So I'm happy to hear that he's feeling good. I hope we get the best version of him tomorrow as possible. Nate's back. We'll probably see TJ Tampa out there, which I don't mind. I feel like TJ Tampa is really solid when in the rotation, so I'm happy with that. I don't know who's going to be up there with Malachi. I feel like it's probably going to be Ruben Lowry up there with Malachi, so he'll probably be active tomorrow if Hamilton cannot go. We don't know if Hamilton can't go yet, but him not practicing yesterday doesn't really bode well, so I don't really expect him to be out there. So I'm going to assume that we're going to see Lowry tomorrow, since Hamilton didn't practice for the past 2 days.
Ruben Lowry.
So this defense just had to hold out, man. They just have to hold out. They have to get consistent stops. All right, because these past couple of weeks, teams have been like 7 for 7 on 4th down against us, and like a high percentage 3rd down conversion rates as well. We cannot have that. You have to get to CJ, and you have to force mistakes. All right, we need Owe, Green, Tavius, Ojabo, whoever's out there on that edge spot. We need you. We need you now. You got to show up. I know you keep saying you're going to show up, but you got to show up. All right, or we need your best games for the next 90 weeks. Okay, we need your best play calling. All right, please just put your guys in the right position to make plays. That's all you got to do. Put your guys in the, well, I'm saying that's all you got to do. Like, that's easy. I know coaching isn't easy, but put your guys in the right position to succeed. That's it. That's it. I mean, linebacker-wise, you're probably rotating Teddy Buchanan and Trenton Simpson. Probably throw some Jay Higgins in there. Use your guys, blitzing. Like, I just want to see this defense be successful. And if they're going to try to bounce back, this is probably a team they could do it against. But my main key, and this is my probably main and one key, this pass rush has to show up. Plain and simple. We need to see it.
Yeah, if only for that was simple. But getting Van Noy back might help, and we'll see. The Ravens did do decently against the Browns' offensive line. So it's these top tier offensive lines that they've played where they really have looked awful and flat. So we'll really get a sense of where we stand in the pass rush department now. If we can't get any pressure on CJ Stroud, why is it always when I talk? That's crazy. If we can't get any pressure on CJ Stroud like we were on Goff and Kansas City's Pat Mahomes, then you really, really got to do some soul searching, and you're going to have to get rid of Zachary Orr on the spot. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. If we can't get any pass rush, 0 sacks, like 2 quarterback hits, whatever the numbers were in these last 2 games, you got to make changes immediately. If you're Steve Bisciotti, you have to. You absolutely have to. Because at 1-4, you're like almost running the table at that point. And that just would seem almost impossible given the fact that how they're playing. So you got to do what you got to do. If you can't get there with 4, send pressure. Send 5, send 6. Disguise the coverage. Do whatever you need to do. If you're going to get home and you're going to drop one of the D linemen back in coverage, but you're going to guarantee a hit on the quarterback, do it. Again, I'm going to preach what I just preached for the offense. Do whatever you got to do to get this win. Whatever you got to do. You got to drop Mike Green back so you can send 4 or 5 and get a sack on then do it. Do whatever you got to do. I'm leaving it in your hands, coaching staff. Whatever you got to do to get it done. Okay? That's it. Stop the run. Rush the passer. I can sit here and list everything on my hands, but you know what you need to do. You know what the issues were, or at least I hope they do, because at times I'm not sure if they actually do or not. You know what's in front of you. You're at home. You're against a 1-3 team, so it's not even like they're doing that much better than you either. So get it done. Figure it out. Make your tackles. Send some blitzes. Do whatever you got to do to improve the pass rush and the run defense. That's it. I don't really got to talk anymore. That's all I really got to say.
This is going to be a very big test for this coaching staff.
Oh, I got to say one more thing. I'm sorry. because you just said coaching staff. If I don't freaking see Aeneas Peebles in there,
I was waiting for you to say it, which is why I was like, I'm not gonna do it because I know how much you want to do it. So
Aeneas Peebles, guys, Dom enlightened me earlier with this. He's got one of the best pass rush win rates in the NFL for the 2025 rookie class. Okay? I don't know why the actual hell this dude is not getting on the field. I don't know why they're putting guys on the practice squad on the field for much longer duration than this guy who's on your roster. There has to be more to this. I feel like there has to be more to it. Sort of like a Ben Cleveland type of thing. How Harbaugh just doesn't really care for Blend. Remember that fiasco?
Yep.
There has to be something going on. Maybe he said something wrong. Maybe he said something and the coaching staff rubbed him the wrong way and he's in Harbaugh's doghouse. I don't know what it is, but he's not getting chances. That is probably the most glaring need on the defensive line right now. Defensive line depth, interior pressure, interior nose tackle spots, defensive ends, defensive tackle spots. You have one right here that's playing at a high level. Why are you not using him? I'm going to be counting snaps tomorrow too. You best believe. If I see freaking Okoye out there more than Peebles, then there's something wrong. Maybe he's not as big as some of these guys. And oh my God, if that's how this team thinks, then they're really a broken team right now, honestly. Oh, he's bigger. Let's put him in. He's not doing anything. Washington, nothing. John Jenkins, nothing. Urban, nothing. I mean, it's painful to watch. I better see Peebles in there, or else we're going to have some. If Peebles isn't in there, we're probably going to lose the game because they're going to run the ball. If you can't stop Houston's offense and you allow 30 points, you're cooked. You're cooked. You are. Because they've been one of the worst offenses in the league. It is. And they've looked okay in the Titans. But other than that, they've been putrid. Putrid. So go ahead. Sit Peebles down. Do what you got to do. If you get the win, do it. If benching Peebles and not playing him is how you win, whatever. But man, you're missing out. He would make your life a lot easier, Zachary or John Harbaugh, whoever I got to talk to and direct this message to. So I'm done. I'm fed up with it because it's wasting talent. Why is he on your 53-man roster if you're not going to play him? I don't freaking get it. I don't freaking get it. Because your little size trumps everything else. It's not working. It's not. So figure it the F out.
Hey, you heard him. Nah, I didn't have to say it. You heard him. I think this is going to be a really big, as I was saying before, I think this is going to be a really big game for the coaching staff, right? This is going to be the true test of how this coaching staff truly operates. No Lamar Jackson, decimated defense. What do you got? It's pretty much that simple, right? What do you got? Without Lamar, without Marlo, Roquan, who weren't really playing to their level of standard that they wouldn't have been playing at for these past couple of weeks, what do you got? Right? Because you have to make sure the game plan is just almost daggone near perfect. You have to. Like in a game like this, in a game that you have to get to 2-3, in a game that you have to make sure that you're in a decent position before LA comes to town. Right? Like this is huge. Like this coaching staff is truly going to be tested, especially after Thursday Night Football. You saw a 49ers team head to SoFi, also banged and beat up, and took the Rams to overtime. You know what I mean? This is it's coaching matters. Putting your players in the right position matters as much as player execution. Player execution is big. I will never not say player execution is huge, but coaching also matters. Coaching, putting your players in the right position to succeed means something. This is why every time I come at this Ravens team, I'm not just coming at the players, I'm also coming at the coaches, because they also have to be held accountable. And tomorrow is going to be a big test, because if they drop this game, I'm not going to lie, like you said earlier, everybody's seat is boiling. Because I mean, I'm just saying, like, you can't, the injuries, I get it, but you have to, this is the type of squad that you have to try to use your ability to overcome. It's just that simple. So we'll see. I hope they utilize the guys who are actually doing something and are successful in their roles. But only we'll see. We'll see when that inactives list come out tomorrow, and we'll see, during the game. But all right, guys, it's time of that. It's that time of the live stream where we give our predictions for this game. I was also loathing this part of the video, by the way. I think the Ravens have it in them to pull it off. I do. I think they can.
The Texans. I know you wanted to. No,
you said what?
Nothing. Never mind. I was saying, go ahead and pick Houston. You know you wanted to. So then
I almost did. But I feel as though they can pull it off if they just follow a set game plan. They can pull it off. I think they can win this game 20-17. I think if they have it in them, they can just, if Cooper can get us 2 touchdowns and we can kick 2 field goals, we can win this game. I think. So I'm going to go Ravens, win it at home to get the 2-3, 20-17.
Yeah, I guess give me the Ravens. I'm just going to pick them solely because that's my favorite team, honestly, because I really don't have any super confidence in anything right now, except that they're going to claw and scratch their way to victory, like I've been saying this whole show. Do what you got to do to get it done. It ain't going to be pretty. I don't think it is. I'll be shocked if the Ravens blow out the Texans. I'll genuinely be shocked. Yeah, I think it's going to be sloppy. Yeah, give me the Ravens. But only because they're my favorite team. And are they going to disappoint me? I hope not. But you're holding on for dear life at this point. You just got to ride the storm out until the injuries are dealt with. So I think they get it done. I think they should be able to get it done at home.
What's your score?
Oh, God. I don't know. 23-20. Something like 17-14, something like that.
Dude, you're starting to sound like me. It's bad.
Well, I mean, I just don't – I don't know. I've been watching how the Texans play. Their defense is solid, and I just don't know. I just don't realistically think we're going to score 30 at all.
No.
I don't even know if we're going to reach 20. And I don't know why I'm picking for some reason, I feel like that Houston is not a very good team either. And I feel like our defense – by default is just going to not allow as many points just because they haven't been as sharp on offense. Now, probably by me saying that, Stroud's going to be sharp as heck and just laser us to death. But I don't know. They haven't inspired. They haven't looked very good this year. They brought it together in the Titans game, though. So we'll see.
All right, folks. Well, those are our predictions. Gonz has us winning. He has us winning
23-20. Yeah,
I have us winning 20-17. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Will the Ravens be able to pull this off and get to 2-3 to try to prepare for LA next week? Gonz, I think that's about it for us. Is there any final thoughts before we wrap this show up?
Let's do whatever you got to do to win.
I mean, you heard him.
It's as simple as that.
I mean, you heard him. I want to say something else, but he hit it on the nose. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Tackle the refs if you have to. Get the win. Like it's just that simple. Get a win. All right, folks. That's going to wrap it up for us on this live stream. Thank you for joining us. We saw a couple people coming in and out of the stream. Thank you guys for so much for giving us those views. We appreciate it all. We will be back tomorrow for post game to talk about the game, hopefully in a good way, not a bad way. To give you our thoughts of what happened for a post game chat. Until then. I'm Dom. That's Gonz. We'll catch you guys tomorrow after Ravens Texans. Ravens, please don't disappoint us. Go team.